Hi, my name is Jordan, and I am doing a project today that is called the Tree Sponge and Tissue Painting. It is a step-by-step video for any CTRS to follow along with. This craft focuses on the leisure activity skills, specifically the traditional leisure activity skills. It is an expressive arts and crafts painting. The population that this arts and crafts would best be for would be elderly who are 65 and older, who have Alzheimer's and dementia or stroke. The setting would be in a long-term care facility or anything like that where you have people of an older age and those disabilities. It would be best to do this project sitting at a table in a quiet room, so that way it's free from distractions, and if they are in a wheelchair they can roll up to it and have it be at their arm's length. It should also have chairs for people who are not in wheelchairs. And the project goal is the participants will engage in traditional leisure activity skills by doing a sponge painting. Two of the participant goals are to use fine motor skills to hold the sponge and then dip it in the paint and the glue. And the other participant goal is to paint the picture by following the step-by-step instructions. And this video is for the instructor. Some of the behavioral objectives are: given a sponge, the participant will hold it and dip it in the paint to make a tree painting by the end of the lesson. Given step-by-step instructions, the participant will follow along by completing each step after the instructor has shown what to do. So the instructor will show first each step one at a time, and then the residents will follow along. The next one is: given the correct materials, the participant will complete a tree painting by the end of the lesson. And the last one is: given the materials, the participant will tear tissue paper using their fingers when instructed to do so. So the items that are needed for this project are a sponge, it's cut into fourths, glue, Stelmer's glue, some brown paint for the tree trunk, and then just each person should get a plate where you can put the paint and the glue. And then they also need the piece of paper and the tissue paper, which is what they will tear up. Alright, so let's get started. First, the instructor will tell the participants that they need to pick up their sponge using their thumb and forefinger, and you dip it into the paint, just like this. And you're going to make upward strokes to make the tree trunk. So you start at the bottom and go up. Just like a tree, and they can do it however they would like because every tree is different. Alright, and then after they've done the main tree trunk, they can add some smaller branches so it looks more like a tree. And this helps the residents work on their fine motor skills by pinching the sponge. Alright, I am no artist. So, this is mine. So, this would be the tree, the sponge part. And then after, the instructor would show that, and then the instructor would go around and help each resident if they need help with it. And then once everyone's done with that, they can pick up to 3 different colored tissue papers, and I just chose to do one. And you tear off about, this is how large it is, just about 1/3 of it. And I've already torn mine, but I will show you. So you tear off pieces of it, and tear it into about that big. And then you take that and you crumple it, just like that. So it looks like this. And then they will dip it in the glue just the tip, and then put it anywhere on the painting that has a tree branch. So, like that. So the instructor will tell all of the residents exactly what to do, and then following, they will go around to each resident and make sure they're doing it or help them. Some people might need assistance with, either in the beginning gripping the sponge, or tearing the tissue paper could be hard for possibly people who've had a stroke. So just make sure you go around and ask if they need any help. And for the pieces, they only need, I said about 20 if they want. It depends how full they want their tree to look. This doesn't really take too long. Kind of getting stuck to my fingers. So again, let them decide how many of the leaves, or if they want to make them flowers, have on there. It's all up to them. Alright, so I'll stop there and show you my end result. And so it looks like that. It's just a pretty, and they can choose whatever colors that they would like. Alright, so then after the instructor shows each step, make sure you go around, help the residents if they need any assistance, and then move on to the next step. So first would be painting the tree trunk and the branches, and then ripping up the tissue paper and dipping them in the glue and gluing them on. Also, there are a few questions, processing questions that can be asked at the end. First one is, what was the most difficult part of this painting? What was the most enjoyable part? Is there anything that could have been changed or added? Did you have any strategies of how to do something if you had a difficult time with a specific part? And then the last one is, how do you feel after doing this painting? So I hope this step-by-step video was helpful, and thank you.